On today's episode, we do sit down with a man whose life work embodies discipline, vision, and the power of self-investment. Meet Kwabena Obindakun, an entrepreneur, engineer, and an author whose voice is reshaping conversations around money, mindset, and success in Ghana and beyond. In this episode, we dive into proven practical ways to build wealth in Ghana. Whether you are a young person starting out, a diasporan looking to invest, or someone simply tired of waiting for opportunity and ready to create them, get ready to be educated, challenged, and inspired. Hello guys, welcome back again to another amazing episode. Now today we are doing something very different. A lot of you guys have been to universities and you watch your lectures teach you about business. Meanwhile, they didn't have any business. They teach you from the textbook that they read from. And today we want to do something different. We have a professor. I call him a professor. He's an entrepreneur. Okay, he has also written several books: Perspective, Resilience, Streamline, Unlimited Opportunities, African Advantage, Self-Investment, Financial Intelligence, and Real Estate. He's been speaking in several, conferences, several universities, encouraging the youth here in Ghana to be entrepreneurs, right? Don't run away from Ghana, stay in Ghana and make it work, right? He has suggested even people who have no idea on what business they should, dive into, he helps them out, give them an idea on where to start from. So today we want to do the same. We've had several diasporans reach out to me and they said, listen, I have money, but I don't know what to invest in, and that's why I'm still in a diaspora. What do I do? So hopefully before the end of this video you would have an idea on what business you can actually engage yourself in. So the purpose of this video is to help inspire Ghanaians on the continent, also in the diaspora, who are interested in business, embarking on their entrepreneur journey here in Ghana. So without further ado, Mr. Obindakun, welcome on the show.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
We did a great episode the last time you were here. People were like, I need to bring you back.
Hey.
Yes, because of the knowledge you shared, it was very appreciated, and they want more.
Okay.
And today we are having a bit. It's different.
Yeah.
We want it to be more practical. You have several other businesses. You are into fashion, right? You are into real estate. Now we want to give the people step-by-step process. What business? How much even investment amount is needed? Just walk them through the process to at least getting their first business set up. Just give us many business examples as possible.
Wow.
And you can introduce yourself.
Okay. Yeah. So my name is Kwabena Obindakun. I'm an entrepreneur. I was trained as an engineer. I'm an author as well, and I share the ideas that we have picked, trying to do these things. So that's and I have not wives, one. And we have 3 children together. We are in Accra. We live here. So,
how long have you been? Just so the people, how long have you been in business for?
Wow. So right after university, we fidgeted a bit, and we've not really been formally employed, so to say. So, completed Kwabena University 2021. Tried, and then we tried somewhere, then we came, but strictly from 2007 to date, we've been, getting up and falling down and, trying.
So yeah. One thing you said is there's so many opportunities here in Ghana in terms of businesses that you can actually do and become profitable.
Yeah.
And earn in cities.
Yes.
And become successful. You don't have to go anywhere. Most diasporans watching are interested in relocating back to Ghana. But sometimes they don't know where to start from. What even business? And I remember you said something that some businesses in the US will not work here.
Absolutely.
Right, so you have to know where you are, Ghana, and know what works.
That's right.
What works here in Ghana?
Okay, so I think business, first of all, you have to really build the frame of mind, the psyche, the mindset. Generally, those of us who went to school, we speak English. 99% of the time, you are not taught or trained with the tools to come out and build business. I think much of education that are given or is given all over, not only in Ghana, is so that somebody else will build the infrastructure and you will just go and sit on it, and get paid every month.
As an employee.
Yeah, but you and I know that a high percentage of wealth and financial control and freedom. Does not fall into that. In that, it falls in people who have been able to build their own businesses and their own investment.
I see.
The world as we have it, even if it comes to Africans, I think. I mean, even in Ghana, if you go to a lot of these multinationals, what they pay the foreigners.
Peanuts.
It's different from what they pay the Ghanaians. And if you go to a lot of these other countries, it's the same. You know, so I think our way out is knowing how to build something in our own country so that we can have freedom, particularly financial freedom. Because really, if you don't have financial freedom, or if you have not taken the part of you having control, not having to work all your life for salary to eat, you will not really experience life to the best of its quality.
I had a youth told me that in Ghana, you go to work so you can just have enough money to take transportation so you can go back the next month. The salary is for just transportation.
It's all over everywhere. I mean, if those countries that they say they are paid good salaries, why do they give them credit card and car loans and mortgage? If they are rich, then why do they need support? We don't have that. You see, there are differences in economic structures. The economic structure of Africa, especially Ghana, is entirely different from the rest of the world. And so you really have to study and understand. Success and building wealth is system. And one of the gifts that you can give to yourself, one of the education that you can really give to yourself is studying how systems are built. Systems are built. Every product you see it comes from a system, and every success, every infrastructure comes from a system. And the same with finance and wealth creation. You know, so you study the environment that you are. That environment works with a particular system. If you're not able to really separate it and identify it and understand it, you will not be able to create wealth. And that's that's the burden for many of our youth. That they live in a country that they really have not studied the kind of system that works to create wealth. And so he thinks that there's no opportunity here. But really, the whole world comes to our country. One of the things that you can do to yourself as a young person is to have the disposition to like a dry sponge, you're ready to learn, not to argue and combat. Especially when you don't have anything, and your finances are not good, your parents are taking care of you. You're 25, you have completed university, 3 years you have not had a job. It shows that there's something that you don't know. But the thing is that you think you know. But if you knew, then what is the results?
Yeah.
So that should humble you enough to say that maybe there's more that I don't know. But many people will not take the responsibility of ignorance, you know, because of ego. So they will say that, yes, I know something. I train as an engineer, I'm a medical doctor, I'm a lawyer. Why are my finances not in good shape? It's because what it takes to learn or build wealth was not taught you. And many times, many of us have not taken the time to study. What are the sequence that if I want to create wealth, what are the things that I have to know? So in our country, much of it will not be in the so-called formal sector. So if you pick a typical graduate, if you ask him...
working in the bank?
Yes. If you want to start a business, they will say, okay, I will need a capital, I will need a business plan, you know, those things. And he's been waiting for capital for how many years? And he has his business plan, the accountant has done all the numbers, he's looking for help. Who will help you? You know, but the other guy who didn't go to school, he completed JSS. When he wants to start a business, what is business plan? What's capital? He just goes out. And before you see it, he has something that is working. And that's why if you pick 100 of those who have not gone to school, maybe SS or low, and those who have gone to school degree, you will see that higher percentage of those who have been able to help themselves, building business.
The uneducated one.
That's it. Why? Because the system is close to them. They understand what really works. So if you go to Makola, if you go to Edu Market, you will see a lot of them are there. And so the graduate person would have to go and learn that kind of education.
So then what did they go to school to do then?
You go to school so that you can get a job as a lawyer, as a medical doctor, you know, as an accountant at that construction company. And you wear suit and tie, you think that you are very successful, but then you wait for a salary every month.
Interesting.
You know, so because you don't know, because wealth is created out of the value that you create in a system that you live that is needed. So what solutions are you offering? What product can you bring? What can you sell that is needed that you can monetize? That's where wealth is created. So if you cannot think along those lines, you will struggle.
So in Ghana, we have a lot of problems.
Yes.
And we've seen diasporan come here and complain. One is about even transportation.
Yeah.
Right? We don't have good drivers who understand customer care, and so they frustrate you, and that is a problem.
Yes.
A lot of diaspora complain about that.
Yes.
As a businessman, as an entrepreneur, what business opportunity can come out of that?
Yes, you just started it. But the trouble is that they should also know, the diaspora should also know that this is not America, this is not Canada, this is not Germany. We have a way that we do things. I will not say that one is better than the other. It's different culture. It's just like you moving from maybe Canada to Australia. Different cultures, they understand that. But you see, we Africans, over the last 500 years that we have had this interaction with Europeans, they have not really placed us in their category in terms of intelligence and even humanity. And so even if you are an African and you grew up in that system, you really have to tame yourself not to look down upon your own. Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. You are trained to look. I mean, there were documents and scientific research. Europeans were just trying to say that the Africans were subhumans, and the ideology has not. They use the same ideologies to build, the foundation of a lot of the institutions that they have. They still have that kind of thing. That's why they will sit in New York and decide for African countries. What do you think? Because they think that they have higher intelligence.
Yeah.
And if you ask the average African young man, he will even agree to that. Yeah. That some race are more intelligent than us, isn't it?
Yeah, I was working with somebody, one of my team, and then anytime he see a technology like a drone,
yes,
you're like, oh my God, I broke away.
But he doesn't know that it's just a product of technology.
Right.
It's an engineering product, and if you have the base, knowledge, you're a human being. If you're trained, you can create it. So you really have to say that, okay, I'm coming to Ghana. It's a different environment. The way they work is different. I will not say that don't train them, but you pick them. You don't train a cat as if you are training a goat. It's a different environment, so to say, if it's a good example. But you look at Ghana. If you want to train a typical Ghanaian, you don't say that, oh, this is how we do it in
America.
So, no, you look at what they're doing and why you think it should be, you should have some kind of respect and maybe some kind of speed, some kind of wide area of service, if you want. These are the things. You said business is about providing solutions, isn't it? So if there is a problem with our transportation, you look at something that you carve that suits many of the people. So let's say maybe the maybe the car is old. Can you get them a better one? Not necessarily a new one, but a better one. If you pick a driver, can you train him on how maybe they should pay attention and respect and know that these people are the ones that are bringing you money, so you have to give them some kind of dignity, those things. But it's not like, we want to use a tarmac, there's a bus station. Do you think that the infrastructure, the transport infrastructure that we have,
allow them
will allow that, will support that? Not necessarily, but you can still innovate and create something that suits our environment. So I will come with the thinking of not thinking that we have a better way. The way loosely, the way people say that they have exposure. I don't say, we all have exposure. So based on where we are, and so design and build something that suits us. And so every business opportunity that you see, make sure that you don't forget the culture that the people live in.
Because there's money in the culture.
That's it, in the culture.
Yeah.
And so if you really want to be successful and provide, you want to provide solutions in any area of economy, make sure that you don't cut a lot of the people out. So if you're diasporan and you come here and you want to just look at the 1% of your kind here, I'm not sure you have the numbers to support your business. So look at the general population and see what you can offer.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. I like that. I joined your live. You were on live one day and you were speaking about a lot of our people, they go to the diaspora, the Oxford, all those big
Yes.
and they study and they're like, the importance is having exposure that you just mentioned.
Yes.
But then they still can't even.
Where's the exposure? Where's the results?
Can we speak on that a bit? That kind of delusion.
We think that if I've gone, it's good. You go to some of those schools here, Cambridge and those. But it does not mean that they've really given you any education that you can use here to build something significant. I don't think
our
that
structure is
different. It's different. It's just like you going to China to say that I understand China, but I live in Ghana, I'm going to give them solution. Do you really understand them? Do you really can get them to work as you want? No, but you've been bullied for a very long time. So everybody tries to say that the Africans can't think for themselves, so let's give them any solution. And they do that everywhere. But I think that if you went to those schools, it's good. But you were educated for that culture, not here.
Interesting.
Yeah, so if you come here, you really have to culturalize the education to understand that. Any society that you go to. That's why multinationals come here. And you see that they're really looking for people who understand what works here so that they can build with it.
That's very true.
You cannot just go anywhere and say that,
I met an Indian and he was telling me that they did a research. They brought a team from India. They took them to Nigeria, Ghana, and I think Ethiopia to study what would work for months before they actually went into the country to actually want to establish their, you know. Yeah. Some of us, we just go in there and just start without no data research.
That's right. So you're a Ghanaian. You have gone to live in America for 5 years, 10 years. Obviously, you are not the same Ghanaian as we are here. So when you come, really? Don't think that you can speak Chi and Otiasi over. I'm fine. You really have to educate yourself differently. You know, because if you went to another country, you take time to understand how things operate and work. So I think that arrogance of, if I have to use that word loosely, of me thinking that I am equipped to go and just tell them what to do. No, the Indians knew it. That every culture, every economy, there are things that make any business there successful. Do you know any of them? How many are there? I read a document somewhere that some of these banks, they were very much polished, you know, bank, wealthy bank. And the people that they were serving were the ordinary people, like I say, you know. But they went to upgrade the bank hall, thinking that, you know, but they saw that the people stopped coming.
Really?
So they had to spend millions to also make the place as before, so that the people will be comfortable. If you, for instance, if you open a bank for cocoa farmers in the district capitals, and you make it as nice as the one in the city, you have challenge.
Interesting.
You have challenge, because I would think that these guys are using my money to dress. You know, the people should be comfortable. The guy who's bringing the money cannot even write, and you are asking people to sign signature. You should first of all ask them, can you write, or do you need help? The fact that he's a young man does not mean that he knows how to write. You should know. So every culture. So you are in a rural area, and you are serving them like you're in Accra. You pack your things and move. So the same should inform every business that you build. Understand the culture. If you don't get the culture, you fail.
Let's speak about the boring businesses. There are some businesses that nobody expects, but it's very profitable.
Yes.
One of them is barbershop.
Yes.
You know, in the salons, the women make a lot of money from salons.
That's right.
Right? Can we pick a business and digest from the beginning, even how much do they need, you know, to invest to its, you know, profitable stage?
My philosophy of business is that if you have never done business, then don't go and bring any big money to start any business. You have to work on yourself first.
To learn.
Yes, to learn. And so you model it. I don't think that you have $100,000, you come into Ghana, you use 70,000 of it to come and establish that. You have never run a business. You were there working for somebody, you were being paid. Right. Now you are going to learn. I would say use maybe 5% of it. Try something small. It does not even matter the kind of business that you try. For about a year or so. And see and understand before you inject a lot of the money in it. So a typical barbering shop, you will probably need maybe a place, you know, the tools that you use, the equipment. Maybe you paint there, you know, you get your meter fixed. And the things that you consider is, okay, if I position this business here, do you think that the boys there will come and do their, you know, have their haircut? Is it a good place for them? And you're charging your price point. Maybe you're at East Legon. Maybe you can charge, I don't know how much they charge here, maybe 50 or 70.
100 cedis.
100 cedis.
Fair.
Where I am is not 100 cedis. But really? So if you come there and decide for 100 cedis, you'll struggle. You know, it's 30 cedis. So it depends on where the price point that you are. And the price point should inform how much of even the decoration and the tools and the machines that you use. Other than that, you get money in, and 4 years you still don't have the kind of money that you put in back.
Interesting.
You know, so the area and how you price is key.
That's key.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. What other businesses? I mean, you are into fashion.
Yes.
Can we speak about that? In the beginning, when you started your fashion, how much did you even start, you know, the fashion?
I start with... We were fidgeting. Our story is different. You know, my wife is here. She's a mathematician, and she has MBA as well. We were in the same university. I senior head. That's the only thing. So we how we started. I was into projects. I was into engineering works, construction, we were building, hospitals. We were doing proposed renovation works. But along the line, we thought that we should start something. So we went to one of these malls and we asked for a place just to sell on a table. So that we didn't go there to get a space. And they said that, oh, you could get this space. And we said, we don't have money for rent. We said, oh, we can stagger it for you. And so
they started on a table?
On a table. And we didn't even do the interior decorations and things like that. No. We just put it there. And then we saw, and even the idea was to sell bags, but we saw that people were asking for the accessories more. So from the business, we started to do the shares and things like that. And then somebody told us to move to ANC, went there, and then we, just about the same time, malls started to spring in Ghana. So we just got involved in that. So it was not just something that you sit down to plan and do your calculation and say you need $200,000, $500,000 kind of.
You have to start small.
We didn't have any option to start big anyway. So that's about it. But now we have some of them that are working. Yeah.
What sectors will you recommend to diasporans or even Ghanaians to start their business in? What sector?
Agriculture is a major player.
Agriculture?
Yes. From the land to the chef. Yes. Anything that anybody else is doing on the land, any production on the land, any crop. You see, God has blessed us so much that one of the best gifts that we have is the land that we have. And it's available. From here to Boko, land everywhere. And if you want 100 acres, 500 acres, you can have it. And the price, many people can afford it. 1 acre, 2 acre, 3 acre. People are producing vegetables. People are producing maybe short-term, vegetables or cassava, plantain. So people are even going for cocoa, cashew, orange, palm, those things. So any stream at all. I think that if you're an African, you must own, especially if you're Ghanaian, you must own a land. A farmland.
A farmland.
Yes.
Really?
Don't discard it. Not at all. Because many of our grandparents who were very much rich, I come from the south, cocoa farmers. Yeah. Many of the people that we saw were rich, were cocoa farmers, owners. And so there's nothing wrong. Because our financial infrastructure has not really changed that much. This is one of the areas that we can. It's a lot of work there, but there's nothing wrong if you're a young man and you own some of these things. Especially, look at where you come from and see. And even if where you come from does not have land, I'm sure Ghana, as we are, if you want to own, there's plenty land. I think all of us should look at.
I spoke to a gentleman when I went to the Volta region, and he's farming tilapia. And he's very humble, so he didn't tell me his numbers, but I did the calculation, and he's making over $1.5 million from tilapia.
That's it. In Ghana?
Yeah, but you wouldn't expect to make that much money farming tilapia. Obviously, it took time, 10 years
before he got to that.
Yes, point.
So I think from fishery to animal husbandry, everywhere. This is what we have. We may not be able to make maybe satellites or jets, but we can do something on the land, at least, to create the wealth that we are all looking for. So if you want wealth, look for demand. And a lot of it. Look at what Burkina Faso is doing. Producing all these things that Ghanaians now have to take care to import them. And so I think all of us, if you are looking for wealth, if you want financial freedom, you cannot cut these areas out. I know young people now who are buying cattle. What we do, the things that we teach, the seminars, what we do on radio and TV, a lot of the young boys are now, they are not using their money to buy cars. They're not investing in cattle, in sheep, in goat, in fishery, in cocoa.
I had a gentleman that I reached out to, and he said he knows you very well.
Whoa.
And he had money, and he was about to apply for a visa to go to, I think, the US or something like that. And someone introduced you to him, I think one of your videos.
Yes.
And I think after he finished watching the video, he decided to open a small shop selling phone cases instead.
Whoa.
Now he has 6 different locations. The money, literally. And the money that he was, taking abroad, now he used that to invest into the business, and now he's profitable. And that's the greatness that the impact that you have on the youth.
That's right.
Things are changing.
Yeah.
It's not because they didn't want to do it, it's because they had no idea that this is the way forward. And sometimes we think it's just the youth here. No, sometimes the diaspora themselves are victim of that. They don't know where to start from. They don't know what to do because they think probably it's not, except the real estate market, which is high entry point. You need a lot of money to get into it.
We are into real estate. You need a lot of money, and if you don't have the machine creating the money, you would want to go for loan, and our loans are very much expensive. So that is non-starter. You know, so until your business is at a stage where you can take something from the profit and invest in real estate, I don't think you should go there, because any money that you put in real estate does not come back. You know, the gentleman story, we have a lot of them like that. I will go for financial freedom than degrees. Yeah, I will go for financial freedom than visa or profession. Because if you're sick now and you need 100,000, you shouldn't beg somebody. So now he has his businesses. If he wants a lot of degrees, he can go for them. But we have people with certificates and degrees who are looking for jobs. And looking for somebody to take care of them. At a point in your life, you should show some bit of independence and responsibility.
So, I'll pick one business and then we just digest. So let's start with something you've done and you're still doing. Fashion. Fashion. Let's say I want to start fashion. I'm a youth here in Ghana. I don't really have any money. Okay. Where do I start from?
You're in Ghana. You want to start a fashion business?
Yes.
You don't have money?
I don't have money.
Go to Cantamanto.
Cantamanto.
Yes, talk to somebody and say that I want to start fashion business. Yes, and I will need maybe some shirt from you. Maybe get a friend.
Okay.
Why I'm saying that is many of us will stop doing business because we are waiting for capital. But the capital really is not the money. It's the connections, it's the intelligence, it's your negotiation skills, it's your network. It's really your character. How many people trust you? Do you think somebody will easily give you 10 clothes to go and sell and bring it? Really, that is the capital. But many of us, especially for starters, many of us are thinking as Dangote going to start a refinery.
Wow.
That's a refinery. That's why in that one, but even that, he's building a lot of the money that he will need for that refinery from his network. This organization will give you sponsors, that's right, investors from him because they trust him.
So you have to have integrity.
Integrity. And it's the same, you drop it down to many of us who believes in you, who trusts you. Can you create the demand? Maybe you have talked to 10 of your boys, they all need shirt.
Yeah.
Okay? So you go to town. Do you think that you have somebody in town who can loan you the shirt? You bring it to them, you put your something on it, and you take it and you go back to pay the person. Really, that is the way to start. If you don't start, it's because you're not desperate enough. It's not the money that is stopping you. No, if you want to start a business, nothing should stop you from starting. Because everyone and where they come from. Somebody's father has money, they can just,
invest into the business.
That's right, bank on them. But you are like me, no mother, no father. And so what do you have? It's your legs. It's your honesty, it's your energy, it's your ability to say, I will start. Even if it doesn't work, I will not give up until it stands up. That is the psyche that you need. Many of the rich people that we have in our country, look at their background.
They came from nothing.
Nothing, zero. But they had a lot of energy and resolve.
But now, when they do that and they succeed, and they tell their story, we don't believe it.
Yes, those who are lazy won't believe it. You see, you have to have the disposition to say, I want to learn. Those who want to succeed or who are successful have that heart. There's some bit of humility, not challenge. It's humility. Ask questions, but you ask questions to learn. You don't ask questions to shut it down. And so if you have that kind of thinking, I won't challenge you. Life will teach you. Yes, but if you want to do something with your life, this is what they're saying. That they didn't have anybody to support them, but they had the energy, they had the determination, they were consistent, they persevered. That's why they won. So you can't use you're using phone. Your phone is 3,000. You're looking for capital. It's a laziness of mind, and that's what when you tell the youth, they think that you're being arrogant, but that's not it. Or if you really need money, there's something all of us have.
I know people using iPhone 15.
And how much is that one?
It's 15,000 cedis.
And you're looking for capital?
Yeah.
From who? No, it's because you are not consuming your vision so much. The moment you believe that I want to do something, everything that you have, if you really need money, you put it there. You go and sell it. Because you believe so much that this thing will work. And even if it does not work, it's a path that you have been waiting to take. So I don't really bring business discussions and you, especially your first business, to money. No, many times it's the intellectual build-up. It's the connections that you don't, it's misunderstanding. It's lack of proper appreciation of what it takes to build a business. That's really lacking. And many young people have not built themselves in terms of, if you're in the university, by the time you are in your third year, you should start reading for life, not for exam.
Say that again.
If you're in the university, by the time that you are in the third year, your grade is already settled. It won't change that much. So read for life. And what do I mean by that? Read finance, read self-development books, character build-up, networking with people, learning. Now you're fortunate. You have YouTube. You go to Web Nation. You know, half of your time is you trying to get information because knowledge is fluid. You know, it builds up, it will push you. So the reason you have not started is because you don't have adequate knowledge.
Interesting.
And that adequate knowledge will build confidence in you. And there's nobody who has confidence who will not try. The reason people are very much hesitant is because they don't have the confidence.
Because the knowledge is not there.
They don't want to fail. They're afraid of mistakes and criticisms. And that's because you don't have enough confidence. And pain.
I like that. So, back to this.
Yes.
I have integrity.
Yes.
I got a market woman to give me 5 or 10 shirts.
That's right.
My profit per each shirt was, let's say, 10 Ghana cedis.
10 Ghana.
Right?
So now you have 100.
Now I have 100 Ghana cedis. Where do I go from there?
Go back.
Do the
you
same
pick
thing
10
again.
So now put the 100 in it. You can in it. You can even tell the woman, listen, I have something down, so please take 50. That's a trust. The woman will see you differently.
Go sell the 50 or 500.
Yes. So I give you some. Yes, she will add up. Don't fail. Be credible again. Go back. Within a year, you'll be taking about 100 or 200 of those shares.
And selling them.
You'll be thinking of even opening a shop. It's not the money. For many of us in Africa, it's not the money. Africa thrives so much on relationship. And
let's speak on that.
And sense of respect and inclusion. We are very much communal. You see the way we're born?
Yeah.
The same. It will be very difficult for the others to do the same, you know? We live with them, you know? Yeah. They are not that free. There's always something between you and them. But you can meet somebody in Trotro and you're friends.
Yeah.
We have a lot of girls come for interview, and before they go, they are friends already. They change their numbers and they're talking.
Interesting, yeah.
That's who we are. There's that humanity. And so capitalize on that. Don't use the money. The other people are using money, and straight relationship. But really, many of us here, is not what gets us going. It's not the money.
Wow.
It's your ability to connect with people. And if you can use that, you can get a lot of things.
So you're trying to say building a great relationship with people can be a powerful tool.
It's natural to us. It's natural to us.
I see.
People can come. You know, I was in school and they came for a party and everybody brought their drink. So we don't do that in Ghana. You organize a party, you buy your drinks. These people, you come to party with your own food. That's not party. But that's what they are. So we are. So look at how our things are done here, and you can really use that for business.
Interesting.
Yeah. So people can easily connect you and introduce you.
So if you have good integrity, you are very good with social, connecting with people, great partnership, friendship.
The flow.
That will help you.
The flow. You just have to know what you're doing. And be present. You know, many times when you are starting as a young person, a lot of the things that you're doing, you don't really know what you're doing. And that's what beats us. But once you get a lot of information, you at least know a bit of it. So every step that you are taking will be informed a bit. And that will what will bring or set you up. You know? So I will not bring it to the money at all. No. It's the last bit if you need it. I told you that we went to the place and we asked for the table to do. I said, no, just take this place and stagger.
It's so interesting. I told the same thing to this gentleman earlier on.
Yeah.
You see, you have to start somewhere small.
Yes.
And because that would add to your experience, knowledge, so you understand it properly.
Yeah.
So you reduce the level, the risk level reduces because you understand.
The business plan is you doing it. It's not what you write on paper. It's you going and getting feedback from the customers. You thought you were going to sew green shirt, but you went there, they don't like green. How would you know if you did all your calculations on green? But when you go and display them, they say maybe we want to red or yellow. You go back, you change it. But if you had put all your money in sewing green, now you have locked your capital because there was no feedback from the market. That's why you need to start with the little that you have, and that's what we have here.
Interesting.
You know, and in that case, if you have to change the model, it doesn't cost you that much because you didn't put in so much.
So much. It doesn't damage you if
No.
you fail.
No, because you're still learning.
Have enough capital
That's it. That's why the child does not run. Nature says that you want to walk one step at a time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even if you want to cross a river or some water on the road and you don't know, do you jump in it?
No.
One step at a time. And if you're fortunate, you will know. That's it. Yeah. So I think you can pick a lot from nature itself in anything that you do. So small beginnings and having the boldness to say that I'm not going to give up is what. Well, but if you want to pick numbers, your rent will be part of it. The stock, your design, and maybe your
That's
pricing.
probably after you're profitable.
Yes.
And some of your profit is now going into
to rent.
To rent.
Yes, and I would not even say go and look for loan.
Don't look for loan to start
No.
a business.
Because the loan is here. The loan is expensive.
40%.
Yes, they tell you to. They don't even tell you to start with loan. 5%. They still don't tell you to start with loan. And here with 40-50%, some of them even charge 5% a month. You know.
A month.
Yes, and if you default, you don't have 5% again. It goes. So I wouldn't say that's something that you don't have any intelligence in. You're not skilled in. You don't even know the market. No, don't go and take somebody's money. Because you are just fidgeting. You are trying. It's the likelihood that you fail is very high.
It's very high.
So why do you start with loan? Because if it fails, you still have to go and pay whoever you took them.
I have a gentleman who called me about 3-4 days ago, and he's an IT guy, right? So he's part of the brain drain. So he educated himself there, became very good in IT security, and so he saved up working in the US, saved up $200,000.
Okay.
Came to Ghana and trying to invest into security, right? CCTV surveillance to help the police and whatnot. And this gentleman ended up wasting. I mean, they squandered his money. He went through a politician. This politician told him to meet this person, that person, that person. He rented a whole office, right? So he invested this amount of money, but because he's coming into this environment without understanding how this is, how things works here. He invested this amount and now he lost everything.
Yes. Yeah.
So the $200,000.
It is a different environment. That's what they fail to understand. You don't try to build business, your first business. If you're a business person, you know that talking to politicians, you pay attention. So if they could convince you, it means that you are not astute.
Interesting.
Yeah, you didn't know what you were doing. So it's not a place that you go to begin. Maybe after you have been here and you have built a proper network and you really know them, then you would want to work with them. But you don't just come, say that no, that's not a place. I think you should not contract business if you're coming. I wouldn't even say focus on that. Contract business, government contract, connection business. I would say
focus on that.
no. I would say start with the general one. That anybody, that's right. Private service that you can have many people come to your place to buy, or I mean, come for your service. That one, I would say, not so much the one that institutionally controlled one. So it means that he was not a business person wherever he was, and if he was, he didn't really understand what he was.
How do one prepare himself to be a businessman or a proper entrepreneur?
We have talked much of it. Entrepreneurship really is about determination. It's about resilience. It's about courage. It's about you going and not quitting. That's entrepreneurship. Because it's very, very, very much difficult. Very much difficult. It's tough. Even in economies that are, have infrastructure that support them. So you cannot be weak and think that you want to build a business. Almost everything is against you. Yeah? Have you ever heard them give business people ex gratia before? Have you ever heard them? Nobody gives them any free thing for anything. Your employees will be taken from. Everybody takes from you. And when it drops, everybody can run away. You cannot run away. You can be sued. You can be anybody at all can come at you. That is business. But that's why it also compensates. That's why you can also get benefit. So that's why they put risk, much of it, in business. And so when you are going there, you just have to have the framework that this thing I'm going, this going to is not for the weak. Yeah, that's business. And so you once you can have that orientation, then you are not looking for somebody to give you a hand. And you can't cry. Who are you going to cry to? You have to fight. And that boldness is so. Some people say it's war, and I've never seen a military officer go to war and begging, crying. No. You know that I'm going to war, I can be killed. So there's some toughness of mind that you must carry, and that's business. If you have that kind of thinking, and that's why there's some bit of confidence in entrepreneurs. That's right. Yeah, but that craziness is what gets them going. Because if you look at all the things that come at you, you just say, everybody will see that you are foolish, but you don't see it. And that's what gets you going. Because why would you put your money in this when people are using it to buy a Land Cruiser? Comfortable house, they are comfortable life, they are traveling, and you say you want to try. Bet on somebody. No. So you have to be delusional if you want to keep going, especially at the beginning. So business, to become one, that is it. Courage. So build the confidence.
You spoke about the transition bit from somebody working in the diaspora for somebody to coming to Ghana and actually starting his entrepreneurship journey. What would that transition look like?
If you are an employee there, you should know that being an employee and being a business person, they are not the same. An employee, somebody pays you. This one, nobody will pay you.
You will be the one paying.
That's right. And so that should just tell you. And so you cannot really think as the others so much. There are a lot of things that you probably have to think opposite. Yeah.
The sacrifices. I spoke to this. I did a round table where I interviewed a Ghanaian who traveled abroad, lived there, and returned doing business in Ghana. I interviewed an African American woman who had no ties here in Ghana, relocated from America and living in Ghana and doing business, having a food truck business. Also Canadian who was born here, I did this, and then when they were all speaking, I was just analyzing and realizing that the Ghanaian was willing to sacrifice comfort so he have enough money to risk it to his future endeavors. So example, where he would stay. He's staying in a very affordable, or he built his own house rather than just go rent in a cantonment and pay $2,000 or $700. And the other folks, on the panel would prefer the other one.
That's right.
Just because, example, sometimes you have to live a bit far from the city. So, you know what I'm saying? So you cut costs. And the Ghanaian was willing to go a bit, you know what I'm saying?
Sacrifice.
Be uncomfortable to get to where you want to get to. Is this something that you say other diasporans should follow that rather than always trying to maintain their standard of living?
You want to build a business, there's discomfort. You want to create wealth, there's discomfort. You have to really be comfortable with discomfort.
Yeah, really.
Inconveniences. Yeah, if you want to keep your comfort, it will be difficult. You probably will not be able to build anything significant. Because sometimes you have to sell something to even pay the salary. And so if your cost of living personally is so high, what money are you going to have to build a business?
Interesting.
Especially when the business is growing. There's demand. You can't keep your car, your nice car. Probably you have to reduce. Sell it and maybe get a moderate one, so that you can pivot the business to a level.
People are not willing to do that because of what the environment that people will say. Oh, I think she's going broke. He sold all his properties now. People don't even try because of what people would say around.
I see a pattern. I see that many people who are able to build their business here without a lot of external support or loans are people who sacrifice. We, for instance, rented a place for 12 years. We were just paying very small money, and yet we were paying a lot of money in the shops that we were. Yes, and when we started to build a house, we finished building that house without collapsing the business. So if you're thinking of your comfort too much, you even though the business is not grown to a stage where you have to take money, you take money and go and build your house.
Using your capital.
And then you come back, the business is normal. And that's what many people who are not, who are not thinking through whenever they want to take money from the business make. So some people will just rush to say, I want to build a house. And we get a lot of calls like that. And my business was doing well, I decided to build 4-bedroom, and now my business is no more, the house is not completed.
Use the capital.
Yes, and the Saturdays that the business is no more and the house is not completed. What should I do? I said, go and sell it. Why? Because you don't have nothing, you don't have anything now. And this one is uncompleted. So
I'll tell you this. Sometimes it's families. So let's play this out. There's a young man who is making, let's say, 5,000 Ghana cedis a month. Revenue, not profit. And because he's making this amount of money, his family feel the sense of, okay, he can take care of me now because he's earning enough. And so they begin to put a lot of responsibility on this person. Hey, now then you are getting married, why don't you want to assassinate and sit down? So then they really give pressure to this young gentleman who have a little bit of revenue going, and now trying to channel all this revenue he's getting into building
a house.
And then what that happens is, in the long run, the person collapses. The business, like you just mentioned. How did someone keep a strong mind in an environment like that?
That's why entrepreneurship is about self-education. You constantly have to be getting knowledge so that you build your mind strong. Because the family, they will come. And the understanding of success is you owning a car and a house. My understanding of success, especially as a business person, is owning a business that employs people, that makes you profit every month, not you owning a house and a car. So then the person who wants to own a house, we don't think the same. We are not on the same page. So if my mother is thinking like that, I would say, no, if you take the money from this business at this stage, we will crash it. I will not be able to even, take care of you. So let's feed this. If you are drowning, do you go to save somebody?
No. Save yourself first.
That's right. You get something to hold on to before you can touch somebody. And so this, I think, explain to the family. Some families will not understand. But listen, when you are in debt, I'm not sure the same family which is pressing you now will come and bail you.
Interesting.
So you really have to talk with them, to have a stand. For mother or father or siblings, sometimes it's tough, but at least, even if it's zero, maybe not zero, but do something for them and tell them that they should give you time. Building a house is not cheap.
It's expensive.
It's not cheap. It's expensive. So if your business is doing 100,000 a month, in terms of income, don't just go and build from that. The business is not strong. It's not strong. Maybe if you're making 100,000 profit, maybe you can maybe take 20,000 or something. But what is your vision? What do you see? Do you want to build a business that you are employing people, or you just want to own a house? If you want to own a house from a business, then go ahead and own a house. But if you want to be wealthy, get into the millions, then don't cripple. Don't kill the business at this stage. So it depends on where you want to go. Do you want to play with big figures? Or you want to be just, one car, one house, one shop, you open it yourself, then maybe if that works for you. But I know that if you have one shop and there's fire, you are gone. So you cannot just depend on one. Which means, yes, build, grow. And that's what the foreigners do in our country. They understand wealth. They know that you can't build wealth with one employee.
For the Lebanese, I've stated, they have multiple restaurants.
That's right.
Different locations, great locations.
Yes, and they are not in haste trying to build a house. So one employee yourself, you want to build a house? No. Just get 2, 3, because most successful businesses start to employ.
That's what I've done. I've partnered with someone and we're building an estate.
So
that's a bit on the high end.
So once you're building an estate, then you're creating wealth. But if you use the same money to get a nice place here and build, and you live in, and some people say they want to retire for 2 years or 30 years. Listen, Africa needs you. We need to solve problems, so we cannot think like the others. The problems that are very much pertinent to us. You and I, we are the ones to solve it. So you cannot be successful in Africa and think only of yourself. And you cannot even think as the so-called successful people outside Africa. Especially Ghana, Nigeria. No. Our success must be communal.
Elaborate on that.
It means that the problems that many of our people are facing, we are the ones to solve them. So it's not about you buying a nice car and a house.
We are not
you
there
must
yet.
create solutions for our society. Yes, in our society. And that should be our burden. And I think our joy should come from that, than you even owning a car. You should be able to say that I've set young men up and they are doing something for themselves. We should be able to switch it, that our young men will be very happy to build wealth in our country and try to get a visa to get out. And that is our duty. It's not just only with the government. And so if you've been able to build something successful, let others see and teach. Because our greatest deficit is knowledge. The knowledge about ourselves, the knowledge about how to create wealth in our environment. So if you've been able to find it, don't keep it. Share so that many of our people can get lifted up. Because the duty of the government, I don't see the government trying to say that let's teach our people how to be successful here. No,
I spoke to a gentleman actually yesterday. He owned a barber shop, and he was telling me in Ghana, trying to share your personal story and attaching yourself to business can be very detrimental because they will try to collapse your business.
Who?
It's a gentleman who said that.
Well, no, those are some of the beliefs that they have said over and over. I don't think there's anybody there trying to collapse anybody's business. No, I don't think so. I think that the business will collapse because of you, and many times. How many times have you seen the government instrument going after an ordinary person who's trying to do something? Many times it's only when you get involved in politics.
Interesting.
That they think that you finance the opposite. So let's touch the finance. But if you're an ordinary person, I don't think that somebody will say somewhere to plan that hey, for this building estates, let's go and crash him. I don't think so. No. If he used to be, fine, but I don't see it.
Interesting.
So we shouldn't so much hide. They can come and say whatever they want to say, but their intention is not to really crash you. They may want to let you know that there are some things that you have to follow, but really, because among all the places, even the regulators, there are people there with good heart who really want to see our people succeed. They may not come out to encourage you, but they will not be the ones trying to prevent you from becoming a success.
Speaking about being successful, right? Do you think everybody, 33 million people in Ghana, it's possible for everybody to be successful?
Success is merely principles. If you get the principles right, you'll be successful.
But for the whole nation?
Yeah, if the nation wants to become successful, just get the principles, just as that. Do you want to record? What do you need? Camera. You need this. Once you get those, you'll be able to produce the video, isn't it? Yeah. The same with success. Success, people who are successful are very much vision-oriented. They have the skill to connect with others. They are frugal with money. They are long-term in thinking. They are not wasteful. You know, they have problems that they are solving in society. So anybody who falls in that range, you'll be successful. Yeah. So it's not on some people to become successful and others not to become. It's just a disposition. It's training. It's a skill build-up. So once you have those skills, it's just like driving. Do you say that can everybody in Ghana drive? Yes. Would everybody in Ghana drive? I don't know. But everybody who wants to drive a car, you can be taught how to drive. And I think success can be taught.
What are some business mistakes to avoid when you start a business?
Loans, we mentioned it. And not trying to impress others. And don't try to be dishonest.
Okay.
You know, and take superstition from it. If you meet difficulties, it's not because there are demons in your family. You know? Yeah. Yes. Those are the things that, and don't rush to go and build a house when your business is not so much at the point. And don't try to chase, especially for the boys. You start to succeed, the woman who was with you all through, now you want to chase. That can easily affect you.
Interesting.
You know, yeah.
Interesting. I like that. I like how the conversation is going. Guys, don't forget to like the video, comment down, let's get the engagement going. If you do have any final, thoughts to share to people watching, people interested in investing in Ghana, people who have come down here, invested, failed, and now went back to the diaspora, and diasporans who have no root here wanted to come, what would be your final message to these people?
Build your African consciousness. Many of us are just familiar with African culture, our culture. So kente, names and things like that. But the African consciousness is the machine that's able to defeat the white hegemony and the inferiority complex that they have pushed on all of us. Build that. In that case, when you come, you will see that you are part of us. Even in the diaspora, many of them, especially those who express interest in Africa, they just have the right as you and I have. Yes, they have the right, just like you. Look at the South Africans who are from Europe, the white people. They have the right. When there was an incident in Zimbabwe, the English government said that these are our own. But when it comes to us, we try to know. They just have the right as you and I have. And so it's not like they are foreigners. We use that word loosely, but they are not.
They are locals.
They are just they happen to be somewhere with different culture now. But those who really want to identify with us, which I think many of them should, they have the right to be here and to own something here. And even the government recognizes that.
So I heard someone say Ghana is no longer for Ghanaians. Do you think, because you see a lot of foreign businesses come and thrive more than Ghanaian businesses are thriving.
Yes,
what do you think of
there's a point in that. And that's why the government must sit down and build structures to support the locals. Why? Because people are coming with capital to expand easily.
So that's advantage.
And your people would have to grind. And so what do you do differently to support your own people? Even the tax regimes, you should consider your people first. to say, okay, these are people who don't have a lot of allowance. So what do we do to make sure that they have allowance to grow without, suppressing them with a lot of these things? And I think the government should look at that. When you move around, you can see it's so open. But I think we should also pay attention that everything that we have is not taken over by others. Because when we go there, they don't allow us to take over. So I don't think we should just allow anybody to take over, especially those who are not of our extract. Because they will block you anyway. You go to China, you think you can just build any business like no, you have to fight.
I was actually opening a company in China. I did everything, registered a company, everything, spent so much money. And it got to a point where I have to now use my company to apply for my own visa to stay in the country. I went and I applied for it. It's like, we understand you qualify for everything, but we're not going to give you the visa.
That's right. Yes, because you are building a business.
Yeah, because I don't know, but
no, that is it. Yes, you see, wealth is created by business machine, by investment, and so where foreigners are taking over businesses and investment, it means they are taking over wealth. Your people will not have freedom until they have economic empowerment. So on your own land, the richest should not be foreigners.
Interesting.
It's only for governments who are not paying attention. You must equip your people to be the ones, the giants on your land. Because if you don't have financial power, anybody at all can take advantage of you.
You spoke about the media programming and how we entertain our people should be different from how the West is.
Yes.
Different because of where we are, the state that we are.
Yes, we have problem with work ethics. We need to conscientize our people to work diligently. We need to think, promote the ability to think on our feet and solve our own problems without comparing ourselves with others, without even just copying. Because sometimes even the people that we have sent to school, the solutions that they give us, you just copy something from winter environment to us. No.
You don't have winter.
No, you don't have winter. So our solutions should be locally sensitive, so to say. And so our media houses should be used as an educational tool, if you want. As an educational tool to empower people to think differently. Because it's not because we live in poverty, no. I think the results from what we teach shows that we are not giving people money. Why are they building businesses? They live in it already. It's just a reorientation. So it's not so much giving people money, but giving them different knowledge to start to see what is around them. And I think that is what a media house should. Wherever people are being entertained, you are creating poverty.
Interesting.
Yes. When you are creating poverty, people are struggling and you are still entertaining them. No. I think entertainment is after productivity. It shouldn't come before productivity. So you have critical problems, you make sure your people can solve those problems. Then at the end of the day, you go and sit down and entertain yourself. You cannot start entertaining yourself in the morning. But we know Africans, almost everybody has told us that we are the ones to do the sports and sing and do movies. How about the computer? How about the technology? How about the industry?
That's what the Roman is.
That's right. And I think creativity, the things that you're importing, you must equip your people to at least start to make some of them themselves.
Interesting.
So the people who are building factories, I think they are the ones thinking. Yes, not the ones who are trying to sedate you cannot amuse a person who's already struggling. No.
The reason why we can't compete is sometimes we want to do everything by ourselves rather than partnership. You were telling me behind cameras that people were able to come together to buy
our platforms. Yes, many people. We have created a platform where people are connecting. People are just becoming business partners. I know over 100 people have come together to buy 500-acre land for farming. Yeah. So the things that we do, what has come out, which we did not really have the intention originally, was that now people are connecting. Because before, maybe when you were abroad, you would just connect with your brother or your sister or your friends. They will not maybe want to even build a business. But now you have people who have interest in building business, connecting with them.
Is there an open platform that people can just...
Yes, anybody at all can join.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and especially our Facebook, they connect. Our YouTube, they connect. When we're doing seminars, people come there to connect, and they're partnering. And in any society that trust is low, wealth creation struggles. So we need to build trust to say that our people are trustworthy. Let's develop that. Because if I don't have confidence in you, do you think I'll give you 1 million? No. Okay, so it means that the more we continue to say that our people are not trustworthy, What we are doing is that we are jubilating our poverty. We must be able to build our people up, develop the relationship where you can easily trust people with resources to create wealth.
Okay, the final messages to the aspirants.
You must have financial freedom. And financial freedom means that you don't need to work for money to live. It means that you get into a stage where the money that you have had, you have worked for all your life, are invested in things that work independent of you. So that those things, the money that comes from those, will help you to live and help others. Until you get to that point, you are not financially free. It does not matter. Financial freedom is not in the salary, but is in the things that you don't have to be there, that are able to work to bring you money. It means that pay attention to the farms that we are talking about. Sometimes you can go to any village that you go to. There are problems that you can easily solve. Drugstores, water, toilet, schools, financial services. You may not even look at Accra. There are so many communities in our country that are waiting for you to just, plant something there for service. And so I think that you put money in those monies will work for you all your life. And that's where freedom is. So financial freedom, for me, is a desire that all of us must have. Because if you don't reach financial freedom, I'm not sure that you'll be able to really express your greatness, because somebody will always control your time.
Interesting. What about a message to the youth who don't believe they can become millionaires living in Ghana?
Educate yourself. You've actually been given the colonial kind of education, where you look at your people and you don't think that there's something good from them. You go to school, as a matter of fact, why even speaking English? It's because the British people were here. And when they went, we refused to use one of our languages to teach us. When you talk, they become angry. But that's it. So long as we continue to speak English, there's so much wisdom that we cannot carry on to our children. Because my grandfather's language and the wisdom that they had, it's not in English. How would you say that in English? Language is an identity. And a people without identity can easily be conquered. So we cannot relegate our culture, our identity, our language to the background and expect us to have strength to fight on.
Do you think there will ever come a day where our local language is prioritized and it's the official language?
When we have people who are strong, they will do that. We must, even if you can't do away with the English entirely, no problem. But we must raise our own. We must. You meet French people who speak English, and they will tell you when you are in their country, they say, I don't. Why? Because they want to resort, yes. But we are quick to tell you that we speak English. And they tell us that we have to be international. Yes, maybe, because of the complexities of Africa. But really, I think every African country, every African major group must promote their language. And a lot of these things that success knowledge that we are teaching must be taught to the masses. And how do you teach the masses? In the language that they are comfortable with.
And what about getting teachers who, example, like I said in the beginning of the conversation, we have teachers in universities teaching business, and they don't have any business.
Yes, because it's an academic society. It's academic. You have engineering tutors who don't produce anything. So it's purely an academic institution. They're not factory. They equip you so that you can go to the factory, you can go to the market and build yourself. So really, I don't expect a business tutor or a business professor to own a business per se.
But do you think it would do more good if they have any business experience themselves?
Maybe, but it shouldn't be a requirement because it's an academic institution. Yes, that's why there's a business sector and there's an academic institution. This is an academic institution. If a professor has built a business before, no problem. That's why you can bring industry players to once a while talk to, But when I was in engineering school, the professor had not built any car and he didn't have to build any car to teach me engineering because the formulas and those things that he was teaching, those were engineering teaching, to say. Yeah, so if you want to learn how to make car, go to Kantanka. That's where you practice. That's why we have an internship.
So you are saying that the academic institution is relevant just as much as the practical side of it?
Yes, it's relevant. It's you going to driving school, where they teach you in the classroom. This is the theory, this is the break, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then they take you to the field. Then you practice there. They give you knowledge base first. So I don't think that the university should be a factory. A factory is independent of a university. It's an academic institution. They give information.
What would you do differently to our education system if you had a chance to?
I will use our language to a very high level. It should be a part of the English. And then I will teach the history beyond slavery and colonization. Yes, and I will promote a lot of math across board.
Mathematics.
Yes, across board. Even if you're doing history or you're doing drawing, some bit of mathematics. Because when you come out, like you're doing business, your math is weak, you struggle, you know? Yes, so in life, I think math is for thinking. And mathematics is not European. It's not European. It comes from every race. So, but then, you know, the Europeans have hijacked everything. But, you know, I would say that teach them. Because if you go to the Timbuktu strips and all those, there were maths there. Those were no Europeans. So, I would say critical thinking, they should teach them as well. And maybe technology across board, they should. But the influence of European dominance, I'll teach a generation to say that your people also did something.
I spoke to a gentleman who worked in Hollywood as VFX. They do the animations, like the cartoons that we watch, right? And he did this for, the West for a long period of time. And now he's relocating to, I think you introduced.
Bavu, yeah.
Yeah, and now he wants to do a cartoon with actually our presentation, dark-skinned people, to actually make people believe in themselves, the children believe in themselves, because then they end up watching all this Peppa Pig, and the color doesn't look like them, so then they grow up wanting to be like the other color, and actually don't think they are relevant. So this is one of the things that he wants to do to change and put more confidence in our kids. What would that help us in the long run? What would that do?
Everybody must have representation. If I see the richest people in the world and they're all white male, subconsciously I'm defeated. If you see your kind there, it shows you that it's possible. And that's why, if color does not matter, then why have they not painted Jesus black? If it doesn't matter, then why is he still white? Because nobody saw him.
Right.
Yes, so color matters, and they know. So representation is key. You cannot just trivialize it. You must hear your language, you must hear your color there, you must see your people being worthy. And so color is everything for me, especially with the word that with the kind of insinuation that they cast on us. We need to build the confidence of our people. That's why a young lady is here, and she thinks that she has to peel the skin to become beautiful. Where is it coming from? Who told her? She has to change the hair. Why? Which people are they doing this to? Many of them are Africans, and which people are so quick to go and become anything other than their country. Because they don't know who they are. Is there no connection? So when you build the people in their identity, in their confidence, they will stand to fight to build their own.
I like that.
And that starts with the way they see themselves.
I like that.
Yeah.
Is there anything you wish I should have asked that I didn't before we wrap it up?
How many girlfriends do you have? Oh.
That's a good one.
But yes, I'm okay.
The answer will be, I'll tell you behind the scenes. Guys, thank you so much. I love this conversation. It was very practical. I think you gave some advices that I think was honest and would help a lot of people watching. How do people find you? Where? And are you even open to have conversation with people?
Yes. Yeah. My number is 024 6631 and we are on TikTok, Obendako, Facebook, Obendako, and YouTube, Obendako. I've written 11 books. They are on Amazon. They are in Ghana as well. You go to Accra or Envy, you can get them.
Let's talk about your books a bit before we wrap up. You've added, the first time we did it, you didn't have the real estate book, did you?
No.
Can we speak on the real estate?
We are into real estate, and the few things that we have learned, we put them there. A gentleman read it and he pulled people together to invest in real estate in apartments. In our country, funding is different. And so if you want to go into real estate, you must make sure that you have a business or source of funding which is key and which is not so costly. And I think we should also build for the market that is in high demand. 2-bedroom. We build for rent, we don't sell. That it makes it slow. But it also conserves some kind of wealth.
Consistent cash flow.
Yeah, consistent cash flow. Yeah. So build for the market that is needed, and it's not the dollar market.
The locals here.
Yes, our people here. So regional capitals, district capitals, can you put up a a single room. There are a lot of universities now who are looking for hostels.
Hostels.
Can you look at that? Not the old ones, but the new ones that are coming out. And so it's a good area if you have money, and it means that you have to have a very strong construction team. Yes, and how to manage them. So all those we put in the book, so that at least because these are content that I think you can't just pick a real estate book from all these countries
the West
and just apply them.
It's different.
Many times we just have to make sure that we also come up with what we think.
Advise me. I'm going to real estate. I'm building 15 units, 2 3-bedroom house.
Who are you building for?
It's affordable homes.
Okay, affordable homes means that you are selling.
Yeah.
So at what price point are you selling?
We have 2 bedrooms going for $80,000.
Dollars. That's not affordable.
What would you give as affordable?
Affordable. Can real estate be affordable?
It is affordable. It's relative.
Because $80,000, how many people make that in So once you put $1 there, that defeats the whole argument. Because the dollar is inconsistent.
So advise me.
So you must make sure that you have off takers if you're selling. And I'm not sure you're building for the teacher or the police officer in Ghana. They really don't have to lock themselves with your kind. I think they should get a land and build themselves. Yeah,
the teachers.
Yeah, the teachers. Yes, they shouldn't even build in Accra. Go to your hometown and build 2-bedroom still house. You don't have to put any debt on you. Like that. But there are a lot of people who can afford what you're building, and a lot of them will be business people, businessmen and women, people who use those currencies that you're charging in. Yeah. But I would say look for off takers. Don't complete them and look for buyers.
So you have to find buyers before.
Yes, I think so. Along the way, you must have a good percentage of them saying that this is for me, this is for me, so that you don't finish everything and be crying waiting for people
that
to come.
You can't sell.
Yeah, that will lock your capital, and that's why many real estate companies lock, because they had money, they were pumping, thinking that people will come and buy, and they finish, and people are bargaining. They say, "Give me 5 years to pay," and especially when you are running on loan, and it doesn't matter whether the loan is CD or dollar. CD loan is expensive, dollar will change, so it's the same.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I like that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. And what surprises me the most is YouTube is saying over 70% of you guys watching forget to subscribe. So if you really did enjoy this episode and you don't subscribe, trust me, you might not see us again. So please do subscribe. All right. Thank you once again. All right. So without further ado, all right.